What's up? What's up? How are y'all doing today? I don't know what I'm saying, but on today's episode of the hashtag Blackout podcast,
Today.
we are talking about a few things. We're talking about some of the nastiest places on earth, as we talked about pre-show.
Woo.
We're actually going to talk about, I guess, a preview of our next show, which will have really cool guests coming on. So we can't wait for that. Maybe we talk a little bit about the war that's going on, but in a more happy and lighthearted way. We talk about several things, including running jokes. Like, that's what he said. That's what she said. All that those people said. Jared can't talk today and more on today's episode of the hashtag
Black Ass Podcast.
Yes, what he said.
Hashtag Black Ass Podcast.
Skeet. All right. What's up? Welcome back, and welcome back again to episode 211. 100 away from that famous group 311 of the hashtag Blackout Podcast. Oh, and we're also 99 away from episode 112 from that famous music group. I don't know what other musical groups have numbers in them, but you know what? We backing at it again.
What other?
95 South.
95 South.
504 Boys.
504 Boys. Oaktown 357.
Oh, yeah.
MC Hammer's group.
3LW. Oh, wait.
3LW.
That don't make no sense, though.
Two Live Crew. But, yeah.
Two Live Crew.
There's a lot.
Second. Isn't there a second to none? I may be wrong.
Yeah. There's a lot, and my mind's all jumbled all over the place. Yeah.
We'll come up with more along the way.
Yeah.
What's up? I'm Jared.
Sure. Oh, what up, people? I'm Jay.
And we're backing at it again.
Oh, we did that.
No, we didn't. I got stuck on numbers. Jay, how's it going, cuz?
Good.
How's it going, cuz?
It's going good. It's going good, man.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Y'all over your sickness scenario that you had?
They are. Yes, they are over their sickness. They had the COVIDs, but I get the allergies. I get the extreme seasonal allergies. Doing allergy shots every other week for like the past 4 years.
Wow.
It's good. It's better. It ain't like 100% gone, but it's better. Because yours truly has a deviated septum. So TMI, mucus can't drain the way it should be draining. So, hey, it just gets all backed up in there.
Man,
TMI.
Every time I hear the word deviated septum, like it just makes me feel some kind of way. It's like almost like it's almost like I'm looking under your underwear. Like I don't even know what that means. Wait, what did I just say? I can't talk today, y'all. I'm sorry. I might just let Jay talk.
It does kind of sound dirty, like good. you're looking in them private parts.
Yeah.
The deviated septum.
Look at your deviated septum.
Yeah, it's like a messed up uterus or something. I don't know. Deviated septum. So it's something apparently somewhere in my nasal cavity. Something got hit when I was young, could be playing sports or something. And the particular bone or membrane or whatever kind of got deformed some way. So yeah, it's just a deformation somewhere in there that the doctor could do surgery and get it fixed. But I don't know. I'm just not worried about surgery at this point. I'm gonna see if any of this clears up and can clear up. But of course it's been like 4 years into this, and things are still kind of screwing up for me and always waking up with headaches and stuff. So anyway.
Yeah, that's wild, man. Well, hopefully that they can figure out how to I don't know, help you clear that up or fix it, without anything too crazy.
Yeah.
So that's wild.
Yeah.
Well, we will deviate from your septum. How's that sound?
That's a great segue.
I love it. Some days it works, some days it doesn't. Anyway, man. Well, that's cool. Well, thankfully, everybody in your house is feeling good, from the COVID situation. Hopefully your septum gets less deviated as the days go on. I know how allergies can be, though, man. I've been feeling the same thing. I had a day here recently where I was driving. Let's see. It was when I went down to Las Vegas for that sort of sales call thing. I swear, for the first hour of my drive, maybe 45 minutes of my drive, I was like coughing or sneezing or like hacking up loogies. Like, I don't know what the heck was going on. And yeah, and it's wild because where we were staying then, the climate is different. Climate changed. Climate changed from being cold and icy to being sort of like, it's almost like a spring like there at this time of year. So, and then going down to Vegas was still, pretty nice weather. So yeah, man, it's just my body wasn't ready for all that pollen in the air yet. But hey, it is what it is. Oh, wow. And yeah, my week this week has just been busy, man. Work busy, family life busy. My daughter's birthday was this week, so happy birthday to her. She turned 12. That's
12 years
crazy.
Old, man.
It's crazy to think of.
Another year from having 2 teenagers in the house.
Oh, I swear, man, it's getting close, and she might as well have been one when she was 10. The way she acts sometimes. It's not, and that's not a bad thing. It's not the way she acted in a bad way. It's just like, I don't know. She just seems older than she actually is. But yeah, man, it was good. And she wanted a tres leches cake for her birthday.
Tres leches,
and if y'all never had a tres leches cake, is basically, white cake that's soaked with 3 different kinds of milk, like sweet milk, unsweet, like just regular milk, just a couple different versions of milk, all soaked in the cake. So the cake is like a sponge soaking up liquid, right? When you press it, that milk, oozes out. And so I, not to sound racist, but I call one of my Mexican friends here, and I was like, "Hey, Maria, I need to know if you have a recipe for a tres leches cake." And she was like, "Yeah, I have a recipe, but there's this place that I go to that I get mine in, like, most of the time for people's birthdays." When I used to work with her, every time it was somebody's birthday in her department, they would have this huge tres leches cake. And I was like, "Dang, Maria, you threw down." And she's like, "Yeah, this is a great cake." And I thought she made them. And she's like, "No, I always got them from this place." So I was like, "All right, cool." So I went to the hood here, which in most large cities is like,
it's a little Mexico somewhere.
Like, I mean, it's little Mexico, but like maybe, but then again, it's like it's not even the hood. It's like middle class-ish, maybe lower middle class. You know what I'm trying to say? So it's not even like that bad of an area. I was like, this is not the hood. I do not feel scared walking down the street up in here. So yeah, we went to this little panderia. They're making the bakery. Walked in there, grabbed us a tres leches, and it was good, man. Everybody liked the cake. It was a good cake. Sweet. Yeah, and then yesterday she wanted to do an escape room with a couple of friends. So we picked up a couple of her friends, went to an escape room, and we got out. We escaped. So it was a good time, man.
That's cool.
But the escape room was set up to where, like, this guy who was like sick and dying or something, I don't know, he had gotten a katana as a present as a gift from one of his like grandparents or something like that. And he was like, "You know what? This shop owner stole the sword from me when I let him like look at it one time. And now he has it in his antique shop and he has it locked away and he won't give it back. So your job, your mission, if you want to do it, is to go break into the antique shop, steal the sword, and break out. Return the sword to me." So we did it, and it was good, man. It was good. It was fun. 3 little 11/12-year-olds, trying to figure out the situation, and we did. It was good. It was like a medium level. So
were you helping them as well, or you was just sitting back and?
Oh yeah, I was helping. I wouldn't try to stay in there all day long.
It's like, let's get this done as quick as possible.
Man, I swear, man. Cool. Yeah, we got. I mean, they give you like an hour to complete it, and we completed in like an hour, so like right at the moment. So it was good. It was a good time, but yeah, man, that's about it. And then of course, like after we finished that, we walked out of there, and it hadn't been snowing. It had been fairly nice for a few days, and all of a sudden it started pouring snow and sleet, and then last night. So it was crazy. So this morning I wake up, look outside, and there's about 4.5 inches of snow outside, and I was like, where did this come from? So yeah, it's good though, man. It's good. It's good. It's a good week. It's a good week. So
cool.
Yeah. So let's see here. I know that you said you saw something this week that you want to talk about real quick.
Well, it's kind of. I mean, it's kind of funny, and so we have this little group message with our brothers at the Don't Judge Me Pod, J. Del Neri Rose, Sir Nigel.
Yes,
and there was something that came up where I think you may have posted something about this one guy who was maybe being cheated on by the former reality star Delicious,
yeah,
who was with Flavor Flav.
Yeah.
And let me see if I can find it right quick. He said something about, I literally told my son right after seeing that to never marry a girl named Delicious for that 100%. Reason. 100%. and I replied with her name will probably be Cinnamon. So I was wondering. So this just kind of hit me in the mind. It's like, would you kind of like scold your son if he came back with a girl whose name was like Cinnamon or Delicious or something like that? If he's like 19 years old, it's like, Dad, I'm in love with this girl. And you're like, oh, so what's this young lady's name? Name's Cinnamon.
Would I scold him?
What would you think? Maybe not scold him, but what would you think if your son came back with a girl named Delicious? Or Cinnamon, and decided to get married?
I'm gonna tell you what, man. I would take him to the side, first of all, and I would say, son, what club did you find her at? Which pole did you take her off of? That'd be the first thing I would say. I don't know, man, because like those names that immediately associates with somebody who dancing on a pole somewhere. So I'd be like, you know what, man, you just need to sign a prenup, like something. You know what I'm trying to say? like because those names always associate with trouble in relationships. From what I've experienced and what I've seen and what I've heard, it just doesn't sound right. It always seems like those names are names of girls who this is probably very stereotypical, but it just seems like those names are names of girls who have been like coddled throughout their life, who have been, oh, you're the pretty one, blah, blah, blah. That's your name, like names like names like that. And them like being, maybe like a conceited because they've been pumped up, to be like, I don't know, whatever their entire life. But then also, that translates to, all those movies and shows and stereotypes that we've seen, where it's a girl who's probably been dancing in a club, and that's how you found her.
So let's say this was like twofold. What, her name is Cinnamon, and maybe he did meet her at a club. She did give him the greatest lap dance ever, but she's trying to pay her way to go to Harvard Medical.
Nope. Nope. I mean, I might sit there at the table in front of her and be like, hey, he breaking up with you tonight. It's over. You have to find somebody else for your sugar daddy. You know what I'm trying to say? Because you can't work up in this club and be married. Like, there's no, like, you can't. Like, you just can't. You can't. There are girls who do it. There are girls who have relationships and they work in the club.
But she's going to be going to Harvard Medical to get that PhD. That way she's not going to be able to work in that club.
How many PhDs have she danced on, though? You know what I'm trying to say? How many PHs and Ds, have she got to get there? You know what I'm trying to say?
Right.
And is my son
I
one of
got
those D's? Like,
apparently he
no.
was to bring it home.
Apparently he was, but you know what? No, y'all breaking up tonight. It's over.
Man.
Liz, I don't care. Oh, y'all been together for like 3 years? Well, why this the first time I'm seeing you? That's the first thing. The second thing is, it's over tonight. And then I'd be like, son, I'm moving you back in the house right now, just so I know you ain't going out with. I don't know, but you know.
But he's going to Harvard as well. They both up there, moved away, both going to Harvard. She's in her last couple semesters before she goes to some type of residency, and she just needs to pay for these assist with these books.
I'm gonna tell him a couple things. I'm gonna say, hey, first of all, remember Grey's Anatomy. All them people on Grey's Anatomy, or most of the people on Grey's Anatomy were students. And what did they do? They had relations in the utility room with all the other doctors. So that's the first thing. So if you ain't a doctor and they're with her all the time, and that's probably what's about to be happening, especially since she got that dancing on the pole body. Second, remember this old phrase. I'm gonna tell him this at some point in time, as when he gets older. Probably when he go to college or something like that. But I'm gonna tell him this phrase:
with the big head, not the little head.
Well, that is a given. I probably told him that already, or something similar to that. But I'm gonna say you could never turn a hoe into a housewife. Always remember that.
Well, what if she just dances? What if she didn't sell it?
If she was in
that sense.
So if she was like a Radio City Music Hall dancer, like she was like up there like a ballerina and stuff like. Or
let's say if she was like Diamond from the Players Club.
Nah, bro, it's over. Nope. Y'all ending that relationship tonight. It's over. It's over.
Killing that young kid dreams.
It's over. Nah, bro. Like, no, y'all about to get married? What? No.
Yeah, man. Your son gonna be professional, whatever. She's gonna be a doctor.
Nope. Yeah.
Dreams, man.
Yeah, you
like
can
a fairy tale journey.
Nah. You don't know.
Nope. Like the Prince and the Pauper.
Let that be the one. I'm gonna tell him. Let this one be the one that got away.
It was kind of like a Prince and the Pauper. She was popping something.
Yeah, she's popping. But that song, man, we got to get that song. Put that song. Can't remember the song, but nah, man. I wouldn't be able to handle it. But it's okay. So yeah. So this is the thing. If he met this girl in this state of Utah, let me just tell you how bad the people spell their name. If the girl name was Diamond, it would be DYMUINDE, but they pronounce it Diamond. They would spell it all kinds of crazy. But this day and age, there's so many parents out there or people who are becoming parents who A, can't spell, B, try to get creative, and and they just want to be different, I'm trying to say, with their kids' name. And then C, they just like those kind of names because those are the names that, like, Diamond, Firefly,
Gotcha.
I'm trying to say, like, just all the like what they call, like, river, I'm trying to say, lake, ocean. There's a girl. Okay, so when you hear the name Quincy,
I think it's a boy.
You think it's a boy.
Right.
My daughter here is like, no, Quincy's a girl. One of my friends at school named Quincy, and she's a girl. And I'm like, you're wrong. And then she's like, no, you're wrong. And then my wife is like, yeah, I think Quincy's definitely a girl's name. I'm like, who are you people?
Must just be a Utah thing.
Every Quincy I ever known in my life is definitely a brother. Number one, is some dude, and he's from he either had a checker past or he has a checkered current, and he was just a little hoodish. I'm trying to say, and it's just been facts, man. But he's been a cool dude too. So that just, I don't know. That just leads me to believe there's an issue there. There's no shortage of girl names. There's no reason that you should name a girl Quincy, at all. But yeah, man, it would be hard. What about you? What about you?
I don't know. I'd have to know the girl's background, man. Honestly, just based off names, I'd have to know her background, what she do for a living. I don't know if I'd necessarily like shun her away and say no.
I'd be judging her behind my eyes. That's how I'd be judging.
Yeah, I'd probably be judging her behind my eyes as well, but I would definitely need to hear this young lady's goals in life. Yeah, I'm just imagining that first meeting of the two of us. My son brings her in, and she's like introduces herself like, "I'm Cinnamon," and she's dressed in all spandex. No, that might be an issue. I know one of my sons would have something to say about the other's girlfriend or potential wife.
Yeah.
It would be a funny, definitely a funny, interesting interaction between us. Yeah, like I said, I need to know her background because I can't. I don't know if I could. I'm sure my mind would be going straight to the pole, but maybe she had eccentric parents or something. Maybe their parents was bakers. I don't know.
Her parents were bakers.
I don't know. She could have been named like Vanilla or I don't know, Sugar.
Oh, vanilla, brown sugar,
brown sugar. Maybe her parents were like 70s. I don't know.
70s babies, and they like D'Angelo.
Possibly. But now that we're on this talk, I came across a site that listed the 45 most popular stripper names.
Okay.
And Cinnamon was number 45.
Really? Okay. It's not that bad then.
Not that bad. We have a Trixie, a Capri Sun. We have a Delight, a Luscious. That's definitely interesting. We have a Coco, a London. And what if your son comes home with a girl named Houston? That's number 39. That's number 38 on the list. You love Houston.
Well, I wouldn't dog her out then. I would say because his name is Jackson. His name's a city name. So
true.
Like, okay,
that's
your name is Houston. But then I would say that's a boy's name. Show me your neck.
Show me your neck. Let me see what Adam left. What if he liked that sort of thing?
Bruh. Nah.
Well, we got a Chardonnay on the list. Chardonnay.
Yeah. That sounds. What'd you say number one Diamond was?
Diamond.
Or you hadn't got there yet?
I hadn't got the Diamond yet.
All right, cool.
But yeah, we got Ashland. Ashland, I mean, Ashland it's kind of
that's a girl
goes
name.
both
it
ways.
Doesn't. It's
stripper and non-stripper.
Yeah, but it doesn't sound. It sounds more wholesome. When you hear Ashland, you think like maybe like a good little country girl or something like that.
True.
Yeah.
Diamond is number 23, surprisingly.
Wow. I thought that would be much higher.
Yeah. Paris is number 21. Dallas is 22.
Okay.
We got a Star, a Scarlet. I've heard Scarlet many a time in the strip club.
Yeah.
Chastity.
It's like the most ironic name.
I knew 3 girls in high school named Chastity. I knew a Destiny that's on this list. I knew a Destiny in high school. Yeah. None of them became strippers that I know of. We got a Cherry, an Anastasia. Charity. I knew a couple of Charities. We got a Candy, a Ginger.
Candy for sure.
Brandy could go anyway.
Yeah, you're right. Brandy just sounds like a normal person. So
number 3 is Amber. Number 2 is Tiffany. And number 1 is Crystal. I knew lots of crystals.
I knew a lot of crystals too.
Yeah. So with that said, let's flip it on this other side. And I didn't want to get this talk to be that long, but are there any particular boy names that would make you think ill of the kid if your daughter brought him home?
Any particular boy names? Taekwon. That would be the first one.
Taekwon.
Deshaun. Let's see here. Ray and them or just Ray Ray. Duval.
Duval. This
Lil
my boy,
Duval always make me think
30
about
Savage.
30 Savage. Oh man. DeQualius.
A whole
I
bunch of
heard of
does,
that.
huh? Does and
Yeah,
tuz.
this the thing, man. Like that's what I say again. Even when we were kids, our people, we have named kids very creatively. That was our thing. That was our thing before I moved to Utah, and I was like, oh wow, I think this originated here. So we have a lot of wild names in our name lexicon, so it's hard to really say that, but Taekwon, that's one of them for sure. I'm trying to think though, like here in this state, I'm trying to think. Brighton.
That sounds like trouble. Some odd
Sounds like
reason.
trouble. That's the name of a ski resort here, Brighton. But and Savannah has a little friend at school named Brighton.
It sounds like somebody
So,
would get into like a white collar crime, like embezzling money or something like that.
definitely. And
Mm.
then what is it? Colton.
Colton. Yeah.
It
sounds
just
like trouble too.
it just for some, I used to love I have friends named Jason, right? And I wanted to name our first kid Jason too. That was one of the names that I liked, but my wife was like, no, every Jason I ever met, has been a jerk or something like that. So
she's right.
yeah, so I might have to put Jason on the list.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. There's several names like that, but the thing is, when you look at the name like Cinnamon and Diamond, you immediately associate that with a certain type of girl, right? At least the way that we grew up or whatever, from our experiences and watching movies and stuff like that. When you think of a boy, you don't think of him like that, like going straight to the club, but you think of him more of like somebody who has definitely got into some trouble, and I would say those names, but then also any name where the mama and the daddy name is combined. Like LeBrian or something like that. It's like, did you really have to do that to that kid? Why you can call him LeBrian? Like LaQuisha and Brian. There's a lot of those combo names, and a lot of those kids you just seem to, I don't know, seem like they have some crazy parents and they be doing some crazy stuff.
Breaker. Who names their kid Breaker? Well, I don't have a daughter, so
Breaker.
I don't know if I could shun any boys away unless one of my boys ends up being gay or something like that, which I got no problems with that. Calvin. I knew a Calvin. It means hard worker. He works at McDonald's, right?
Yeah.
So yeah.
I have a buddy from back home named Calvin. Actually, came up here and visited one time when he was traveling. Stopped for a minute, so it's cool.
What if your daughter came home with a boy named Cosby?
Nah, bruh. No. Like, first of all, no. One thing I'll be like, when were your parents born? That would be my first question. Because if they were born at a certain time, then they would have loved Bill Cosby, and they probably would have named him that name. You know what I'm trying to say? And then so then I would be okay with it. But then I would ask her, "How did you meet him?" "Oh, I met him on the set of this movie." Nope, it's over. Y'all breaking up tonight. Or I met him out at a club. It was really nice. We had a good time, and then he invited me home, but I didn't go with him. But I ended up going on a couple of days with him. Nope, y'all breaking up tonight. Cosby, no, they got too much stuff going on with that name.
What if they spelt this different, like Cozbi? Cosby.
I would chalk that up to Utah, man. I couldn't say nothing about that. I'd just be like, well, dang, your parents bad. Your parents bad at spelling. Wow.
It's pretty funny. Yeah.
So let me see. So the top boy names, right? I'm on one of these lists that like sort of like top like edgy boy names.
Mm.
So Jet, Makai. That's like 50 and 49. Let's see.
Like
Blade
Makai
is one of
Pfeiffer.
them.
Blade?
Yeah,
Like
like Makai
Wesley
Pfeiffer.
Snipes?
Yeah, Blade. Yeah.
Interesting.
Blade is one of those male names that manage to be macho and unconventional at the same time.
True.
It even has an aggressive touch to it. We like it.
Blade Brown.
No, Blade sounds like a kid that would show up. He'd be like flipping his hair back all the time. He'd pull up on like a motorcycle, but
With
not
the
like a Harley. Yeah, not like a Harley, but like one of those like a Victory or whatever motorcycle that's like another kind of Harley that like either his dad bought him or he built from the ground up. So I don't know, man. Smoke cigarettes, wears a leather jacket, has one of them little chains that hang from his pocket with a connector to it. Let's see here. Oh, there's another one. Dagger. That's just on the list.
Dagger and Blade.
Breaker. That's a name that I've heard up here. Just like you talked about earlier, Breaker. Denim. Why would you name him Pants? Wolf.
Yeah, that's Utah. Wolf.
Yeah, Wolf, Striker, Talon. Those are all Utah names. Stone. King. Yeah, I wouldn't go with King.
I've heard Kings before.
Yeah. Ransom.
Nah.
Give me back my son. Let's see here. Racer. Racer, Maddox, those are both names from here too. Like, what is this? The Utah name? This ain't even, this is like on momjunction.com. Power. After the TV show, huh? Power. Diesel, Ranger, Hunter, Gunner.
Your kid named Diesel
Jagger.
And he's like a $105.
He's just like super skinny. He drives like a Toyota Tercel, but his name is Diesel. He drives like a 1998 like pewter color Toyota Tercel with hubcap. Here, Malcolm, Tyrell. Tyrell is one of those names I had to ask him questions. Let's see here. Zane, Axel. Axel is definitely in a band.
Axel Foley. Oh, maybe his parents were Beverly Hills Cop fans.
Phoenix. Oh, yeah, there you go. Flash. Draven. Definitely, his parents were definitely fans of some kind of medieval TV show. Draven. That just sounds like that. Name of Draven was inspired by Brandon Lee's role in The Shadows. This Wiccan name is used by a member of Linkin Park. Oh, wow. Who knew that? Let's see. Joaquin. I don't know, man. Joaquin could go two different ways. Joaquin could be like, somebody who is just like a really, I don't know, I'd always think like this, but like really good hard worker. That's number 4 in these names, right? It could be somebody who got like a couple side hustles, or it could also be somebody who's just like a really pretty boy. Call him Joaquin. Now, if a dude named Ace showed up with my daughter, I probably have issues with that.
Yeah. That'd be tough.
He just sounds like he's been pumped up. Brendan. Yeah, I don't know. It sounds wholesome, but then again,
Brendan's not bad.
It sounds wholesome, but then
Brendan.
again, yeah. See, he may have some stuff going on in the background that you just don't know about. And then Jax. Jax is number 1. Edgy boy names.
That's kind of close to your son's name. Close.
Yeah, it is. That's like part of his. That's part of his nickname. We call it. Jax is a punchy twist on the classic name Jack. This X-ending name is an infamous association with Jax Teller, the tattooed president of Motorcycle Club Sons of Anarchy. But I'll tell you this, though. This is the thing. There's too many kids here, and I think my kids have experienced this so much that I don't think they like it. Is like there's too many kids whose names are like my kids' names, but they're misspelled. I guess like my son's name is Jackson, right? The name of the city, Jackson, Mississippi, spelled exactly the same way. But there's people here who do Jaxon, Jaxen, Jaxin, and that's just a few. There's so many. And then Savannah, don't get me started on that name. Without the H, with less than with one N instead of two, like with the I instead of the A at the beginning, like too many misspellings in this world. And yeah, man. So I would think that my kids would stray away from kids with those horribly misspelled normal names, but most likely they'll probably date one and they'll probably marry one. That's probably what's gonna happen. Like, but you know, his name is Jason, but they spell it Jasynne.
Wow.
Oh man.
I had to think about that one. Wow. That's pretty bad. Well, just know I'm looking forward to that marriage invite from your son.
Yeah.
Cinnamon sugar.
Yeah.
His name's gonna be Cinnamon Sugar or something.
The parents of Jackson and Cinnamon want to invite you to their wedding, and you open up the card and it like sparkles come out and crap. Start playing a song.
It's gonna be a fold out pole that pop up.
Oh man.
That would be funny. All right.
If only there was a card where you open the card up, a fold up pole popped out, and a dancer slide down. That would be hilarious.
That could be pretty funny if I could figure out how to make that.
Man, I'll tell you, if you can figure it out. You're sitting on a gold mine. Wow. That was hilarious. That was good though, man. It'd be funny to think about, you know, what some of these names are that we're trying to stay away from for our kids. But then again, you know, kids will be kids. They'll find who they want, you know.
Oh yeah.
Just like with all of us, you know, we find who we click with, and then, you know, life just sort of goes and stuff happens.
Mm-hmm.
Stuff happens. So that is what it is. But, you know, we probably want them to maybe steer clear depending on their current and future goals. Like they're just trying to pay their way through college while working in a club, in a strip club. But you know what? Another thing you want to stay away from is some of the nastiest places on earth. Mm. So did you see a list of the nastiest places on earth, or you just thought about the nastiest places on earth?
No, I seen like somebody put up a tweet that said, you know, one of the nastiest places you'll ever find. But they didn't have a list or anything like that. So yeah.
Okay, well, you know what? That got me thinking, because at the same time, I thought of, you know, one of the dirtiest things that I saw. I saw a video last night of this guy talking about, you know, he went to a water park, and it's like an indoor water park, so like Great Wolf Lodge or something like that.
Yep.
He went there, and as soon as he got there, he was like, "Oh, I'm ready to get in the water." And then he was like, "Hold on a second, you just paid for a water slide that gives you like an enema, you know, like a water enema as you slide down it, right? You know." And he was like, "I wonder how many of these people pooped in the last 24 hours and didn't wipe really well."
Lots.
He was like, "And just think about if all of them are in the wave pool, and you're just sitting there soaking and getting it splashed all in your face, you know." And then he was like, and the lazy river, they might as well call it the pee-pee river, because you know, these people, like, you float around the river, you know, it takes you like 10 or 20 minutes to like float around the whole thing, and you know those people ain't getting out to go to the restroom. And then he says something like, you know, think about the hot tub where everybody's hot booty meat is like bubbling.
Yeah.
All these dirty old people. Like, just imagine. So that got me thinking of like some of the most, you know, some of the dirtiest places in the world, some of the dirtiest cities in the world. And let's see here. Let me see what I found up. And the sad part is, you know, some of these things are consider this because of, you know, poverty and things like that. Some of them are, considered that, because of industry, has made it bad. So these are some 10 of the dirtiest cities in the world. Nagapur, India.
I've heard
I
about that.
can't I can't pronounce this name. Desert Shikinki, Russia. I can't pronounce it. Daeju, China. Probably because the air quality. Utah should be on. Salt Lake should be on here somewhere. Jining, China. Bad air. Doha, Qatar. Where you go and you see those islands that have like
Hmm.
hotels and stuff on them. What's
That's
interesting
dirty.
about that? Yeah,
That's
what's
considered
interesting
dirty.
about that is this. Yeah. So they created these islands, right? With these hotels.
Hmm.
And they have like here, I'm gonna share this. Oh crap. I'm gonna share this. I'm gonna actually show you this as we're talking about it. I don't know why I didn't do that already, but here, let me share this screen and I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. It's sort of interesting. We'll go with Dirty Cities. Bam, there we go. Share. All right, let me see it come up. Okay, so this city that I'm on here is number 6, Doha, right?
Looks
Probably
beautiful.
totally mispronouncing it. So it does look beautiful, right? So as you can see here, they've like created these islands, right? And so what's crazy is like these islands that they have there in Qatar or Qatar, however you pronounce it,
Hmm.
they actually had a couple of they have like this huge plan for it. So part of the plan, they were going to make an island that basically represents every country of the world. And the way
Hmm.
they were going to be sort of like formed together was like multiple little islands that make up one big island or make up one big, continent that looks like Africa or looks like America or looks like Europe,
Hmm.
you know? So that's the way they're going to do it. And on each of those, they're either going to have hotels or a set of homes and stuff like that. And they're all going to be private islands that you could own, right? So
Right.
that's sort of their plan. And they sort of started that. And then part of that also was going to be like the solar system, like the sun and moon. Like there's a lot of this stuff that they've already done. But as they've been doing this, they come to find out. So here, this is, one of these cool islands that they set up. So in between some of these hotels, they sort of have water inlets and outlets that sort of go back out to the ocean. But in the interior of this circle area, this
Hmm.
ring,
Right.
and even between the island and the coast of the country, the water doesn't flow normal and natural as it did before. So sea life is not getting in and out like they should. The water there is like murky and mucky and dirty. And that water, for some reason, their filtration system isn't that good out there. So that water is actually making its way into, the houses, the hotels and businesses that are there. So it's crazy because it looks beautiful from the air and from the ground. It's like a big Las Vegas on an island type of thing. You know what I'm trying to say? But there's a lot of like, you know, dirtiness, nastiness, and also all of these. I mean, okay, so you just imagine this: the desert. That's all it is, and you have an ocean out there. You have tons and kilotons, whatever we call it, of sand and dirt. They're trucking the dirt in from the desert, dumping it in the water in the ocean to be able to make the foundation for these, for all these little islands. And yeah, man, it's sort of crazy. They're like basically creating land.
That's
Um,
cool.
so yeah, it is a very cool concept. The engineering work is insane. Insanely cool. The actual execution and long term, results is the problem.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I
yeah,
wonder who
so
came up with that because I know in Abu Dhabi, I think they got something like that where they create the islands to make them look like palm trees. I don't
mhm.
know if you've ever seen aerial shots of that,
Yeah,
but
I've seen it. Yeah, it's
yeah,
cool.
yeah, that's I wonder if they basing it off of that type of
Yeah, it's one or
thought.
the other. Either Abu Dhabi saw them or they saw Abu Dhabi, one
Yeah.
of the two. But yeah, that's how it came up. And yeah, man, a lot like the part that I talked about where everything's supposed to look like the world and the solar system. I think most of that, the funding for that is sort of dried up. So there's a lot of like unfinished product. There's basically like a ton of what do you call it? Like a ton of like uninhabited, like islands that are just out there that they just made, and they can't get money to fund them just because it costs so much to make them. The economy is all kinds of crazy over there, so it's wild, man. But yeah, but it's crazy. So anyway, good talk. Kampala, Uganda. All right, Uganda in the house. Peshawar, Pakistan. Oh, that just looks crazy right there.
Karachi's pretty bad too.
Cameroon, Bamenda. Cameroon. Delhi, India. Yeah, which I know and heard India. You know, as you can see from a lot of the videos, if you ever see any videos or movies or anything by India, documentaries, yeah, they have a lot of like people like going to wash their clothes in the river, and right upstream or downstream there's somebody in there going to the restroom, but it's also full of trash. Like, it is so sad.
And then washing themselves.
Yeah. And then Varanasi, India, also another place which you could actually sort of see on the coast. There's a lot of trash. And the sad part is, you know, a lot of these places are, you know, places that have been around for, you know, centuries or whatever. So they just sort of, it almost seems like some of these places, H-Town, there you go, New York. It almost seems like, you know, some of those places have, they almost ran out of place to grow, you know?
Yeah.
And so they're stuck where they are. So sad but true. But yeah, dirtiest place. But like, when you think of like a dirty place that you go to, what is a place where you like walk in, you like, man, I don't want my kids touching anything?
Man, gas station restrooms. Like, okay, so there's difference. You can stop at a Buc-ee's and they have amazing restrooms.
Yeah.
Buc-ee's is top notch when it comes to what it seems like cleanliness.
Yeah.
But there's other restrooms along the highway at any little like gas station or something. You can't lock the door because the door is like all jacked up. The lock won't work. Toilet paper all over the floor. Piss all over the floor. Piss all over the seat. So,
gosh.
And that's just for the men's restrooms. My wife says the women's restrooms are like horrible because sometimes women have period blood on the seat that they don't wipe up.
Oh,
there'd be toilet paper and piss all over the floor. Sometimes there'd be doo-doo splatter all up at the back of the toilet. That's for the women. So I'm thinking men's restroom because that's all I see. But she tells me the women's restrooms are like terrible. That's just nasty.
That's what I hear. That's what I hear as well. You know, you wouldn't think that a woman's restroom would be as I'm talking about this, and as you're talking about that, I read something that says how to empty your bowels each morning. Speaking of restroom, but it just seems that women are cleaner.
That's what it seems overall. Like.
And when they go to the restroom, it would seem that their restroom would be clean. But I've also heard that too from my wife as well. I'm like, you know, like take the, you know, can you just whatever, like what's the deal with the restroom? And my wife would be like, you know, nah, we don't want to go to this restroom. It's a bad one. And I'm like, but the women's restroom can't be worse than the men's restroom. She's like, yeah, it's pretty terrible. Yeah, what's wild is she used to be an elementary school teacher, so she's seen both boys and girls wear restrooms at the worst they could possibly be. And yeah, that's bad. Nah, man, I think of those places. Those are good. Those are good places, especially the truck stop restroom. You know, gas station bathroom. But I think of the ball pit. You know, the ball pit.
Oh yeah, like, little play areas. Yeah,
like theme park thing.
What kids did up in that ball pit? They probably got
and even like
pee-pee.
Yeah, and even at like these trampoline parks, they have these trampoline things where you could jump off into like a cube pit, like these big, like, you know, fuzzy cube thingies you could jump into. And sometimes I watch videos of the you know, the people who work there cleaning out the pit, you know, and so they take out all the things and they find like shoes, socks, like coats, necklaces, you know, like dead.
How do you lose a coat
rats.
In there?
Man, I'm telling, I don't know, Doug, but this is the thing. Like, you get stuck in there. Say a kid like has it tied around their waist and they jump in.
Well, guess.
they get stuck down deep in there. And then when as you try to get out, you're basically like sinking as you're trying. It's almost like quicksand. You're sinking as you're trying to get out, and you constantly got to move. And you don't think about that coat until you're out, and you're like, "Oh dang, where's my coat at?" And then you go back in and look for it, and it's gone. By that time, it's probably at the bottom because there's 10 other kids that have jumped in after you. So yeah, your coat gone. Coat, necklace, watch, money, all that stuff gone. That would be like the worst place to lose like a wallet. You know what I'm trying to say? Because they clean that like, I don't know, once every couple weeks or once a month.
Ugh.
That would suck.
Ugh. Yeah. And as you mentioned earlier, pools and hot tubs. There's no telling what's going on in them. Since you mentioned that water park earlier, I
like
just
public hot tubs. Oh.
The thought of doo-doo particles just hit me in the eye. What was that? There's some kind of sickness you could get from
pink eye.
Well, pink eye, but then there's something else. Like I remember there was a problem like a couple years ago here. Like they go to like these little small lakes and stuff, and people would be in the lake and they'd be peeing, and kids have a little dookie in their booty, maybe even some adults, and people would go under, come up, spit the water out their mouth, and then whatever is in the water gets in their mouth, and they come down with some kind of sickness. And I don't know what it's called, but that was a problem here some years ago. They reported it on the news.
Let's see here.
Whatever it was, that's just nasty. Public hot tubs, ain't no telling what's going on in there. All kind of semen and
there's something called hot tub rash.
Whatever that is, I don't want it. So,
hot tub rash.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
That's nasty.
Giardia infection?
Maybe that could be what it is.
Yes, in lakes and ponds. I'm trying to think. E. coli. Let's see here. I know E. coli is also from poop in the water.
Yeah.
Pink eye, diarrhea, ear infections.
Yeah, they were coming down with all that nastiness. So
eye irritations. No, bro, I'm good.
Yeah, you don't need that.
That's why you let your kids wear goggles in the water, man, when y'all go to places.
Yeah, well, but still, it's gonna get in their mouth and their nose and their ears and all over their body. Can you imagine somebody else's doo-doo particles touching your butt besides my own, or just floating all over your chest?
I mean, I can't imagine it, but I know that I've had it happen, and you have too, as long as you've been at a public pool.
Yeah. What if you see something like a little candy bar floating on the water, flying towards your face?
It's over. I'm out. We leaving right then. It is over, and I'm going to immediately take a shower.
Is that a leaf floating on the water? And it's just like, boop, hit you right in the forehead.
No way. Oh man, it's bad.
It's a diarrhea patty.
It's bad. See, the thing is now, it's funny because like we watched. I don't know, my kids, we all watched the movie Grown Ups a few weeks ago, and they'd never seen it before. But there's the scene where they go to the public pool and they they poop in the water or peed in the water.
They pee and it turns blue.
And it's like this dark blue, and everybody's like, "You peed in the pool." So thankfully nowadays they have more of that technology in the water, so you can tell, and you can get away quickly. But if you had just swam through like a dark blue patch of water and it wasn't yours, that would be bad. No, man, I don't know. This is the thing. Like, just think about this. When you go to the ocean, you go to the beach, you're really swimming in water that's contaminated with like countless animal poop. Countless fish poop, right? And also their dead bodies floating like in whatever flakes off of them, as well as anybody else that's been in the water upstream, up current from you, is just splashing down towards you as the water goes, right? That's sort of nasty to think about, but in actuality, I guess if you think about how big the ocean is, then it's like it's probably not that bad. Not as bad as a pool that's confined to a small space.
True. Very true.
Very true. Think about that. Oh, speaking of like random animal, feces flying toward you. So in Las Vegas, here recently, like one of like the suburbs of Las Vegas, there's this really weird, like, like yellowish, brownish, like liquid that was like raining down
Well,
on the
that doesn't
town.
sound good.
Yeah, and it was just like, and then at first when I saw the story, I thought it was like in downtown Las Vegas. Somebody had like, threw something off a hotel or something like that, like some pee or something like that's what you think when you think brown or yellowish substance, watery substance sprinkling all over people in Las Vegas. It's just what I think about. So in actuality, it's called, oh shoot, what's it called? Oh, I just said the word. I just looked at the word last night. It's called bee frass. Bee frass. FRASS. And that is bee poop. Bee poop.
Bee poop.
Did you know that bees poop?
I never thought about it.
Yep. So
I
I
never
haven't
thought
either.
about it. The
never
thought
thought.
of insects peeing or pooping never came to my mind.
Yeah. I never thought about it either.
Even the dung beetle that messes with poop all the time. I never thought about it actually pooping.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it is. It is a thing. So in East Las Vegas, mysterious droplets that flew from the air is actually bee poop.
So there was a swarm of bees pooping on the people.
Let's see here. That was just this in February. Let's see here. Mysterious droplets were falling from the sky. Let's see here. Given that a red flag exercise had attracted military aircraft from around the world, is it possible fuel from planes? Yes, maybe. But the event attracted a few nightly television reporters, blah, blah, blah. And one man's house was the target. But the mystery is never solved until now. And I guess they show a video. But yeah, bee frass, perhaps better described as bee poop. According to a beekeeper, the bee frass is defined as fecal droppings. Let's see here. They collected samples from the neighborhood and sent it to the forensic lab for analysis. And basically, in the end, it turned out to be relatively harmless, natural occurrence, a bit of a nuisance, but harmless. We, along with other agencies who were contacted, felt it was important to investigate because we've seen in other communities the environmental and public health issues can arise from urban and industrial pollution. But in fact, this was bee poop. And basically, yeah, it was sort of like, I don't know. Oh, I know, like in Texas, they have like the migration of bees, like every year. They sort of like, migrate across the country, maybe to warmer climates, whatever it is. So that was a situation like this. These bees were floating by, a lot of bees, and a lot over the course of time flying by, and they're just pooping in the air. And it just happened to land. So if you ever, you might have seen this before. So if you ever went to like your car and there's like a little yellow like dot on it, and it's like hard to get off, you have to like.
Interesting.
You ever seen that on your car?
Yes and no. Yes, I think so.
Like a little like you might think it's pollen. It's like a little yellow.
But it's like kind of sticky.
Yeah, it's not sticky. I guess it's probably sticky initially, but it like sort of hardens up, and it's hard to like.
Yeah. Okay.
You gotta like
I think
wash
I
it
have.
off or scrape it off with your fingernails.
Is that bee poop?
That's what it is.
Wow, interesting.
That's what that is. So, yeah, man, there's some beekeepers that talked about. They saw this story and they thought it was hilarious because they keep bees in the back of their trucks and stuff like that all the time, and. And whenever they clean them out or take them out, there's just the whole back is just littered with bee poop, and it takes them a long time to get it cleaned up. So there you go, bee poop.
Fun fact.
If there's yellow driplets falling from the sky on you,
don't open your mouth.
Yeah, don't open your mouth.
It is not Hennessy.
But I wonder if bee poop tastes like honey. Like
I was thinking that earlier. I was like, did it taste sweet?
Could have been delicious. Get a biscuit out, let it fall on a biscuit, and then eat it together and see what it tastes like.
I don't know about that one.
Oh shoot! All right. Well,
Get
oh
a
man,
biscuit out.
SD, do you want to get into some? Want to get into some voicemail?
Voicemails, let's do it.
All right, cool. Well, you know where to tell the people.
All right, people. 3853-BLAKPC or 385-325-2572 is where you give us a little call. Tell us what you think about eating some bee doo-doo. Or if you have if you have sorry, people just trying to go through and I just see golden shower or golden shower. Yeah, so bee, if you ever had a golden shower by a bee, a swarm of bees,
Man.
or if you have any objections to any boy or girl names that you wouldn't not want your son or daughter to come home with a boyfriend that had these names, give us a call, give us a little ring, let us know what you're thinking.
Indeed. All right. Well, here we go. Let's see what the voicemail has today. 3, 2, 1.
What up, fellas? This is Memphis Diva 99. Look, I thought in mob movies or crime movies that the children are not supposed to be harmed. You know, the old people. Man, I just saw a series on Prime called I Declare War. Y'all, I stayed up and binge watching this series. And it's crazy. It's a black, Italian, and white cast. It's like 3 families. And man, they don't spare the kids. They don't spare the pregnant wives. They cut your baby at the start. I mean, yo, I guess it's a different generation, huh? But anyways, I'm up. I have a headache. My pressure is way, way up, so I ain't going to bed until I lower it. And so I just purchased me a treadmill, mini little treadmill, and yeah. I need to exercise. I see that right now, and that's what my doctor said. She was like, "Well, I've been trying to tell you." So yeah. So, y'all have a good night. And I'll talk to you later.
Wow, okay, that's crazy. Yeah, I haven't seen it. Have you seen that show, I Declare War? Yeah.
No, I think I might have saw the title scrolling through there, but I hadn't watched it.
I hadn't seen it either, but it sounds like a good mob show. It sounds crazy, but man, like hearing some of the stories of like, you know, mob situations, gangster situations, whatever it is, you know, that sounds like it's on par, man. They don't spare anybody.
Nope.
They don't spare anybody. The thing that I'm trying to figure out here is, I swear I saw a story. There was like an old TV show, and it just got me thinking about this old TV show that was like an unconventional, or like things you wouldn't think of, like to have like a mafia, like the Amish mafia.
Yeah,
the Mormon mafia.
That. I watched that. I watched the Amish one before.
I watched it too.
That was like a reality show, right? They followed the Amish mafia around. See, yeah, I'm sure there's a
somebody pull up on you in a horse-drawn carriage. Abraham pull up on you in a horse-drawn carriage.
Malachi come out with his long beard.
Oh, he like
in his hat and suspenders. Yeah, I heard those Amish mafias, man. They pretty ruthless.
Yeah.
They
come and they unplug your fireplace that they built. You don't know about no Amish fireplace. Come in your house, they unplug it. You will be cold tonight.
Okay, so I looked this up, and they said there really is no Amish mafia, because this was a reality show that had depicted on Discovery Channel, depicted an Amish mafia, but the whole thing is just a fabrication. So maybe there really is no Amish mafia. So whatever was portrayed in there and portrayed on TV and films, like dang it, what was that movie? It was a film that came out, and it was such a good
The Departed.
No, it was
Oh,
a series. Ah, shucks, and I can't remember the name, and it's killing me right now. But anyway, there was this guy who's part of. He was Amish, and he got shunned away from that particular Amish group because I guess he was just so ruthless, and he just became this big time drug dealer and whatever, but still gave back to the Amish kind of sort of. I can't remember the name of it, but
nice.
Crap, now it's bothering me, and I got to look it up. So, yeah.
That's funny. Well, hey man, you know
I
what?
can't remember it.
Taking care. It's almost like American Gangster Amish edition.
Mm-hmm.
You know. That's what it'd be like.
Yeah. Oh shucks.
American Gangster Central Pennsylvania edition.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. All right, cool. While you look that up, and yeah, Kayla, sound good that you got that treadmill, so you'll be able to get the pressure down, do some walking, and binge watch, these mafia movies. But here's the next one up. Here we go.
Y'all, it's me, Kayla. Look, do y'all ever listen to some of those older songs like today? The Pointer Sisters was on, and she was talking about, I want a man with a slow hand. I want a man with an easy touch. So I was like, what the hell? I want a man with a slow hand.
Where is she?
No, it'll take too long. Have you just ever listen to some of them songs?
Yep.
Well, anyways, I watched Medea Homecoming. He probably made that movie in like an hour. It's the same. It's the play. Medea's farewell play. It was okay. Yeah, I'm over it, Medea. I'm over it. That's about it with me. I haven't been watching the news. What y'all been doing? How's the weather? Motorcycle season is coming up, you guys.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess I'm gonna watch Snowfall season 5 and see what that's going on. And yeah. So what y'all been doing?
That's it. Yeah, I haven't watched Snowfall. Have you watched that before?
Oh yeah, man. Snowfall is great. Snowfall is a good show.
What channel is that on again?
That's on FX, but you could find the series on Hulu if you have Hulu.
Okay. So do you have to have like the
no
the Hulu TV package or something?
No, I mean, of course you might get commercials and stuff. Just whatever regular Hulu you have.
Cool. Sure.
Or you have Disney. This is Disney Channel, Disney Plus. I think they're both together.
Yeah, I got the package. Yeah.
So you could watch Snowfall on there. I think it's real good. Definitely not for kids, if you want to say that. Not for kids.
Okay.
Banshee was the series I was talking about, and this takes place in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
So I think was this on Netflix? That I think you could watch it on HBO Max if people have HBO Max or Netflix. I can't remember, but Banshee. So yeah. That's a really good series. It's done now, from what I understand. But yeah, that I've been watching Reacher on Amazon Prime. That's
like good. From Jack. That's like based off Jack Reacher, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think his name is Jack.
The whole
Reacher.
series, yeah. Okay.
So Reacher. I started watching the Genius series. I think 3-part series by Kanye. That's actually really good. I think it's really good so far. I have one episode left, and it goes into a lot about Kanye's how he made it, the things he had to go through to get to where he's at now. And you can see that we always talk about him going a little bit nuts because his mom passed, and you could see you kind of see that in there, like I guess the transition and things. So yeah, that's a real good one y'all should check out.
Somebody, I mean, Kanye, you know what, man? We talked about this before, how my wife, make comments about, that whole relationship and, and I'm just like, what does that have to do with you? And, it really doesn't have to do with us anything. because it's them, you know.
Mhm.
But somebody really truly need to take Kanye, put him into like a room file, like for like a couple weeks, and just have him calm down. He's crazy,
Yeah.
man. He might do something to really get himself in trouble, get himself arrested, you know, or worse, you know, he might hurt somebody. Which, you know, because I saw the thing where he had kidnapped like a fake Pete Davidson and buried him up
Oh,
to
and a
his
new
neck. Like, come
video.
on,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, yeah,
Come, like, that's
yeah.
not even.
That's not
Come on,
good.
man. You got to chill. This is, you know what I'm trying to say. This when they say like people telling on themselves. You know, like Kanye is pre-telling himself.
Yeah,
You know what I'm trying to
he
say?
dry snitching on himself. So
He dry snitching. Yeah, straight
yeah,
up. Like you,
yeah,
somebody come get Kanye before he gone forever. You know?
yeah,
What?
yeah. But
I'm just.
it's definitely a series worth watching. I like the first
Mhm.
few episodes, and he yeah, you could definitely see that love for his mother, man, because he gets like all giddy and stuff when his mom is
Mhm.
speaking to him. So you could tell that boy, kind of like childlike, kind of not really infatuation with your mother, but that childlike love that he has for his mom in that series. So it's worth the watch. I think it's worth the watch.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. Gotta check that out. Yeah. I don't even know. I don't even know what I've been binging lately. I can't tell you something, but
yeah.
what I've watched. I don't know. See it, but yeah. And speaking of old songs, man, yeah, there's a lot of songs with a lot of
Yeah.
interesting meanings.
Yeah.
You
Slow
know,
hand and a slow touch, easy touch. That just kind of hit me while she was singing that on the show, on the voicemail. I never thought
yeah,
about that. Now that I'm a grown up, brings a new meaning. Yeah.
yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
Mm-mm.
And there was a song, you know, Tammy Terrell and Marvin Gaye, "Ain't No Mountain
Mm-hmm.
High Enough." But what if you have a fear of heights? Ain't no river wide enough. What if you scared of water? What if you don't know how to swim? Ain't no valley low enough. You know what? What if you have that fear of falling?
But what if you love this person so much and want to be with them? You do any of that, even if you didn't know how to do it.
Yell across the valley. Hey, you come over here. I'll wait for you.
That's messed up. It's like,
I don't
man,
know,
you only
man.
you only love me 65%. So
Is that like the old one from what is it called? Maybe this doesn't make any sense, but maybe this from that movie Hitch, you know, where Will Smith was trying to teach Paul Blart,
Hitch,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah, yeah.
how to kiss a girl or whatever, and he's like, you know, you lean in like 95% or 85%, something like that, and she got to lean in the other 10%, 15%. So you know, that you just love me that much percent, you know, you just gonna lean in that much. Yeah, maybe. Ain't too proud to beg, you know. Ain't too proud to beg. Sitting on my knees, ain't too proud to beg. I don't know. There's some of those songs. Papa was a Rolling Stone. I mean,
Yeah.
whenever you hear that song, it's like, man, that's a cool beat. You know, it sounds fun. Papa was a Rolling Stone, you know, but then when you think about it, dang, my dad was really going, you know, that dude's dad was
He was
really going
spreading the seed,
everywhere.
sowing his royal oats.
Everywhere, you
Yep.
know. Heard
Yeah.
it through the grapevine, all the gossip, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. I don't know. There's a lot of old songs like that, a lot of new songs like that, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Hold Me Closer, Tony Danza.
I don't know if
You
I
heard
know
that
that
song?
one. Maybe I'd probably have to hear
Hold
it.
me closer, Tony Danza.
I don't know. I couldn't tell you yes or no.
I don't know. At least that's what it sounded like to me. I don't know. Private Dancer. You remember that song, Private Dancer? I'll be your private dancer, dancer for money. Do what you want me to do. Think about those words. I don't know, man.
Mm.
Is it love or is it
It
you?
name would be cinnamon.
Is it Or is it you paying my way through college? Like, what is it? Oh man. All right, here we go. Next up. Oh, speaking of what you said earlier, she's trying to pay her way through medical school. And we talked about Grey's Anatomy. One of the original characters paid her way through college to get and medical school. Well, to get to medical school and
stripping.
Paid her way through college, through medical school by stripping. And by the start of the show, she had finished that career. That was Izzy.
Wow.
Izzy. There you go. Bam.
Well,
full circle. All right.
Interesting.
Here we go. Last voicemail of the week.
Child, I'm about to black out in a minute. Look. Have y'all ever just said, I want to go do something different or go somewhere different in the same city, just do something new?
All the time.
I'm not sure if I had told y'all, but last Friday, a weird cousin who's just like me weird, he went to Drag Queen Bingo. Yes, Drag Queen Bingo. And y'all, it was fun. I probably already told you, I'm not sure, but it was something different. Yeah, that's all I'm going to say. Yeah, it was a lot of people. I was like, what are all these folks doing up here? But you won prizes like hotel stay and free drinks, and it was pretty neat. It was pretty neat. So it looks like everybody's trying to do something different. Won't be going back. It was fun.
That's cool.
Black him out. That's y'all afraid. I'm winding out. Give me a glass of wine.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Do that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd be going to Drag Queen Bingo, but
Yeah.
I don't know. Have you ever been to Bingo before?
Oh yeah. This big
like
thing.
That's big. Like in a bingo hall?
That's big time in Southern Louisiana, baby.
Is it really?
Oh yeah, we got a whole big bingo hall, a big building just dedicated to bingo. They got old ladies coming there with their little bingo markers, bag full of bingo markers, get their little papers out. It's crazy.
I've never been into a bingo hall. I played bingo at different, oh man, it's a while. Like my dad's company when he was, when he was working years ago, they would have employee picnics every year, and it was like insane. It was like the biggest. It was fun, man. And they would always have like a huge bingo tent. So one of the things that we always did was go in there and play bingo and try to win something, right? And they had all these random prizes. And I've seen bingo halls like driving down the streets and stuff like that. I've never actually been inside of one, but they sound fun. Like I just try to figure out how they make their money. Like I guess they charge you to come in, like $50 or something like that, or whatever. I don't know what they charge you to come in, but then they just give away prizes. I don't know how it works.
Yeah, I think it was mostly money. That the people would win. I forgot how much it is. I was little when I used to go with my
yeah.
So it was a long time ago. But yeah, it was a big business, man. Yeah, big business. So
yeah, wait, we had a comment. Somebody left a comment. I missed it. J Del Negro. Dang, sorry about that. What's up, man? Used to work in a bingo hall as a teenager.
Oh, nice.
Best job ever. What's up, J Del Negro? From the Don't Judge Me podcast. Sorry that I missed that message until just now, but I appreciate the message. Yeah, man. That'd be interesting. I wonder what type of jobs you can have. What type of job did you have, J Del Negro? You used to steal out the till too as a clerk. Well, don't dry snitch, but it's all right. It's too late. It's been years since that happened. So the statute of limitations is over.
There you go.
But yeah, man. So I guess as a clerk, you're probably working at the front, paying people out, and then also, taking people money, when they come to the hall. That makes sense. Yeah, man. I wonder how rigged those places are, though. You know what I'm trying to say? Are they rigged? Are they not rigged?
I don't know, man. You got the little balls spinning in the little deal, and the guy picks up the ball and says B5, and I don't know how it could be rigged. Maybe it could be. I don't know.
Maybe it could be.
Is it digital now?
They always say like weighted
now.
balls. They always say there's like weighted balls. Pause.
Weighted balls.
You know, like they like have balls that are a little bit heavier than other balls. So
there we go with that unintentional nastiness phrases again.
So some of those balls don't make it up, make it out the chute. You know what I'm trying to say? So I don't know. Let's see. Oh, wait, here we go. Jada Negro said, you could be a clerk, caller, or sit in the room and do the count for the games to make sure everything was right. Okay, that's cool. So my question is this, J. Del Negro. How does the bingo hall make money? You just not give away? Do you just not give away as much as you make? I guess that's the way. Oh, here we go. I rigged one game. The cameras were out, and I was calling it like I wanted to instead of what was actually being played.
That's crazy.
So did you know somebody in the audience, Jay, or did you just just wanted to be, just sort of like funny and problematic and call it different? And nobody was going to call you on it because you're the one who had the number.
Yeah. Right?
I just want to know how.
Because the crazy thing is, you could actually mess up people because like the letter B, it only goes to a certain number. I think like 1 through 10 or 15 or something.
Oh, really? Okay.
So you could say like B52, and everybody wouldn't get it. Nobody would get that.
Right?
Yeah.
That's
wild. Interesting.
And but a very experienced bingo player, I guess, would be a very
they would think
athlete.
About that.
They would know.
They'd
be like, hold on a second. Maybe that's one of those. Yeah, I was just checking to see if y'all was listening, type of thing. I'm trying to say, man, that's funny, man. I don't know. I never thought of that. I never thought of it being rigged outside of potentially having the weighted balls. Let's see here. Here what he said. I had some phase and I wanted to just do what I wanted to do. I've been working there for a while, so I knew how to make it happen. That's pretty great. And so, I mean, with the invention of the cell phone, right?
Yes.
The camera phone,
yes.
All you had to do is either text somebody or
text them a picture. Yeah.
Send them a picture, airdrop a picture to them, something like that, and they'll have your whole card. So then, you have the caller up there saying, oh, yeah, B2, I-17, and then, yeah, you're going to win. So that's pretty dope, man. That's pretty dope. There's some random bingo halls out here. And now that you have, and by the way, y'all, we have a hashtag Blackout podcast TikTok.
Bingo hall? Oh,
so no. So y'all can go and follow us. We only have like one post up, so it's not too big. But I have watched random things on there, and there's some people who go live from the bingo hall, showing that they're hitting their dots on there and winning and stuff like that. And it's pretty interesting. Let's see here. Jado Negro said money was made because payouts were low depending on how many people were playing. It was a percentage of the pot that was paid out. Okay, that totally makes sense. And that's what I figured. Yeah, man, that's interesting. That's wild, man. That's wild. That's the thing. It's weird because it's still a thing in a lot of places. Like you said, in Louisiana, it's still a thing. I see people go live and like they're playing bingo. It's wild, man. It's cool though. It's cool. It's cool. One day I'd love to try a bingo hall. Anyway,
when you get older, you probably will. You and the wife want to spend some quality time.
Let's go on up to the bingo. Yeah.
Have a purse full of little bingo markers, bingo stamps.
I'd be down. I'd go to that.
Yeah.
I'd be totally fine to do that. I love playing bingo. I thought it was fun. Yeah. So
it's like animal bingo in kindergarten.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
So here we go. All right, Jado Negro, thank you so much.
Yes, sir. Appreciate
for your bingo input. You came in right on time with that. Appreciate that. And I guess that might be it we talked about today, huh?
Yeah, man. I think we tapped out. Even though I found this pretty good article that could be we could discuss in the future. It's about 30 things women don't understand about men. It sounds like it would be pretty interesting talk.
That'll be a show. That'll be a show in itself. Hold on to that article.
Yes.
Hold on to that article.
I'll do that.
Before you tell the people where to find us, one thing that I could think of, which my friend sort of told me about, which I don't know if I've ever like consciously done this, was you flush the toilet and try to race your pee to see if you can pee before the toilet finishes flushing.
I've did that. Yeah. I like to shoot it straight down the hole as it like whirlpools down.
I just don't want to flush again, right? I just don't want to flush a second time.
Yeah.
You know, because you have to sit there and wait for it to fill up to flush again.
Or, a little bit more TMI moment, but we're all men here. You hit where the edge of the water and the toilet kind of like, where that water height level hits, kind of like hit it right there so it doesn't make that really loud pee sound.
Yes.
That's just me. I just like to hit it right there and see if it could minimize the sound, kind of like a silencer.
That's definitely. I mean, sure, I do that. I do that when my wife's asleep. Either
did you ever do
early in the morning or late at night? Yeah.
Did you ever do the Cheerio trick with your son?
Oh, throw it in the toilet?
Yeah, to help him go pee, learn how to pee.
Yeah, we tried that. Yeah, we tried that. Yeah, we did a Cheerio. We threw it in there, a Fruit Loop or something like that.
Yeah,
and
hit it in the center.
Yeah, that lasted a very short time, but we tried it.
Yeah, my kids can't. I don't know, for some reason they can't aim in the toilet, even though they're taller than the toilet. They know how to aim.
It's just straight over the toilet.
It's just all at the back of the seat and on the rim of the seat. It's like, yeah,
a target straight ahead is much more desirable than a target down below. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah,
like you can see it. You just line it. You just line it straight up. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Got my line of sight straight ahead.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look right down the barrel. Pew! Skeet.
Yeah. The issue is they wait to the lead right when it's about to hit out of the little hole. Mm-hmm. Then they go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Pull it down and it just gushes out like a geyser.
That's funny, man. That's funny.
Yeah.
That's funny. Yeah. My son. Well, I'll tell you this. My son is 14 now, and
still can't pee straight.
We're still having those issues. I'm like, dude, you passed that stage, 13 years ago? Come on, man. At this point, but
you can't get it now. You can't get it in the future.
I mean, hey, even as a grown up, I'm trying to say, every now and then, you miss the target.
Yep.
Target practice continues your entire life. So, I'm not gonna get too hard on him, but the dude got to wipe the toilet when he done. That's all I got to say. You got to, if it happens, the just toilet paper right there.
Wipe the rim.
Right there.
Yeah. I get I get it. It happens to me too, man. It happens. And sometimes I don't see it until it like dries up and then it turns yellow. So bad eyesight. I blame it on.
That's when it's worse. And then your wife come in and look at you like, did you do this?
Be like, no, the kids did.
I thought that was you, honey. Like, how would I do it? I sit down. Well, you always tell me that girls' restrooms are dirty. You know what I'm trying to say?
That's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
That's what happens.
Like you sit down, I sit down. What's going on?
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, I sit down too. That wasn't me. That was definitely you. Oh man. Wow. Anyway.
Boy.
All right. Well, we definitely will have that as a show. That's gonna happen. Next week we're gonna have Mr. Beat 'em Down from the Code 45 join us.
Yes, sir.
So y'all come back for that. And Jay, you know how to lead us out here.
Down. All right. Twitter, Instagram, people. # Blackout Pods, where you can find us. Hit us up on your favorite streaming app where you can listen to these episodes, or just join us on YouTube every Sunday morning. We try to get up on here and incorporate people. If you just want to jump in, leave us a comment in the comment section, or just want to join in on the video. Have you as a special guest like B-Rob did last week. could email us topics or whatever you want to. #blackoutpod@gmail.com. Leave us a little voicemail, 3853-BLAKPC or 385-325-2572. Definitely hit up hooksrub.com. It is, well, every season is grilling season for most people, for many people. But yeah, it's getting a little warm out there, so you could definitely get you some Hooks Rub or some Hooks Rub what do you call that? Merch, some swag. Yeah. I gotta put some Hooks Rub to the test today when I grill this, when I spatchcock this chicken, this big hen I have.
Spatchcock. While you're talking about that, I put a store locator, a better store locator with an actual map on it, on the website now. So actually, we just added 2 new stores this week, man. You know, we're growing, man. It's a good thing.
That's cool.
One of them is a meat market. So before I left there, I was like, hey, man, y'all got like some beef dino ribs? Like, oh, yeah, we have some. They're like in the back cutting cows, like in the moment, right?
Bro.
So lady pulls back up. She give me 8, a couple of 4-bone, plates of beef ribs, meat just like stacked. I was like, I hadn't seen that since I was back home.
Yeah,
make me feel so good. I bought them right up, man.
Yeah, I went to Sam's yesterday and they had these huge tomahawk steaks out, and I'm like, good God, them suckers were thick and they were thick. They were big.
THICC.
Like I could kill somebody with one of those if I picked it up and use it as a hammer or something.
Have you ever cooked one of those?
Never. I saw the price on them and I was like, yeah, no, I'm all right.
Do you like ribeye? Do you like that?
I do. I don't eat much beef, so it's yeah.
I'll tell you this, man. Like, you could feed everybody in your house off of one of those tomahawks.
Oh, I'm sure I can. I looked at it.
And it's oh man, it's such a good steak. It's such a good steak. I love them. I don't buy them that often. I only get them if I get them on like a really, really good deal. Or if the meat, department or whatever has them for a good deal. But I love buying them. They're good steaks, man. Cool. Good steaks.
Yeah, maybe one day I'll grab a couple. I'll dish out the money for it, but yeah, we'll see.
Yeah,
we shall see.
All right. Well, that's all I got.
That's all I got too. I'm good. Gonna do some adult things, some dad things.
Okay.
Once I hop off of here, so yeah.
All right. Cool. Well, yeah, man. Well, thank y'all very much for listening. Appreciate y'all. Looking forward to being back again next week. And yeah, y'all have a great one. Take care.
All right,
I'm Blacking
Peace out. Blacking out.
Peace.